Howdy, folks. Welcome to the stream. It's me, Conrad Byte Marx, ready to play some games. Whoop! I'm not on the right screen to be controlling stuff. There we go. How's everyone doing out there? All right, that's enough of the hat. I hope you all enjoyed it. Maybe I'll bring it back for the art section, but my headphones don't fit on it. There we go. We're back, baby. Now, before we continue... Well... Let me take a look at the map. Okay, we have to go to Mount Fay. But I think, the hat is a surprise. The hat is good. No one can tell me the hat's not good. We have to go to Mount Fay. We have to go to the Wormways. I don't need the Magma Bell for that. We already got the flea from here. Have we got, like, all the fleas? Huh. So, okay, we just have to go to the Wormways and the Mount Fay. And Sands of Carrick. Do I worry that is gonna require me to have a simple key. And I don't think I have one of those. But I do have quite a bit of money. So let's go to Bellheart real quick. Or, no, Songclave, I think, is where there's a simple key for sale. A friend of mine started playing Silksong recently, so I've been getting a lot of it this week already. I mean, I hope the Silksong you get here is different from what your friend is delivering you. Is anyone else hearing him in one ear? Is this a me problem? I'm hearing Callum fine either way. It was a me problem. Oh, thank goodness. I'm sorry that you're only, whoops, hearing me in one ear, Doodles, but thank goodness it's not a me problem, because I don't know how to fix that. Okay. Hey, bud. How much is the key what you sell? $6.50? Man. Holy shit, what? Okay. So this is 60 and that's 120. Maybe we do the Wormways one once. They've been playing it in a screen share, so I hung out with them. Hey, that's really cool. That's fun. Hell yeah, Ole. Grand Bellway, please. Also, I saw Zootopia 2 today. Oh! I don't remember how I feel about that movie. It's like... Oh, wait, no, you said Zootopia. I thought you said Zoolander. My bad. Zootopia, eh. I care not for Zootopia. Okay, so I'm gonna attach that. And then I'm gonna go... to, I guess Mount Fay is the best choice. Do we have the slab? We do have the slab. Okay. Mount Fay, here we come. Whoa, Nelly. I almost didn't rest at the bench like a complete newbie. Like a complete blue-footed newbie, if you get my meaning. Okay, Mount Fay, here we is. Where are those dang... Oh, there's one back in the slab. Well, we can get that one on our way back. In the meantime, it's important that I get these guys. Okay, yeah, let's go up first to get the one... up there. Well, this way would be the quickest, but I'm pretty sure I can't. Also, hey, wisps. I love the enthusiasm. I need some of these guys to be here, though. Maybe this was the wrong choice. Da 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 da. Yeah, this might have been the wrong choice for this particular section of the world. But I'm sure I'll be fine. Okay, so we just gotta get up to the top of this bit. And then once I get there, we'll see. Oh, that was close. Oh man, those wisps are out for blood. Oh hey, it adds a little bit of challenge though, so that's fine. We don't shy away from challenge here. Except for all of those times that I did. And all those times I forget what the buttons do. Which is in and of itself its own challenge. See, I have to beat the game, but I also have to fight my own mind. My rotten carcass of a mind. Cool, we're here. Need to go this way. Is this the... No, this is not the secret bench. Okay. Is there anything up there? No. It was fine. Feels almost a bit quaint given the climate of today with respect to its thoughts on prejudice and diversity. Also got myself a PS4 this week. A PS4? Ole, my friend. I regret to inform you that that is, we're up to the 5 now. But hell yeah. Are you gonna... What games are you planning on playing with it? I was the proud owner, and I think I might still be the proud owner of a PS4 for years. I will say, something the PlayStation 4 does that the PlayStation 5 has stopped doing, which I dislike, is the PS4 had really great, like, animated backgrounds that it could do. So you got a game. You'd normally have to buy the animated like the really cool animated backgrounds. You'd have to buy them from the the PlayStation's network store or something. But you would get a game and it would occasionally give you a background to put on your console. And it was really fun. I way prefer it to how the PlayStation 5 does it, which is not as good in my opinion. It's probably going to be mostly a DVD player. That is absolutely fair. They function really well as that. If it still connects to the internet, you can do what I always used to use my PlayStation to do, which is I used to use it to watch YouTube videos a lot. Can I not? I have a feeling I can't get to where I need to be this way. It feels like this is breakable, but it isn't. Man, I miss my PS2. I also had one lying around. Do I just need to keep going up, I guess? It seems like I have to sort of go to the top, basically. And then skate my way down. Ooh. Okay, gotta wait. There we go. Cha. Okay, not quite. Thinking. Platforming is more thinking than you think. Okay. Whoop. Nope. Little wisps. You're really... really screwing me over here, guys. Okay. The wisp situation might have been a whoopsie-doopsie on my part. I maybe should have picked something else, but hey, we're here, so I guess it wasn't that bad. Pretty sure I wasn't meant to go this way. No, this is actually exactly where I was meant to go. Nice. Callum, stop. You're getting further away from every second. To get to the flea, just climb the wall right below it. The problem is, earlier, is that I can't really get there. And besides, I can sort of make my way back if I get too far down the slide. I have to go down the slide to get to this one part. And besides, even if I'm wrong, sometimes you just gotta figure some of this stuff out for yourself, you know? Okay, we're here now. Whoop, hang on. Yeah, and then we go like here. Oh. Well, we're in kind of the same place I was in before. Oh, I can't break through these ding-dang walls, can I? Damn. Oh well. You live and you learn. You explore and you find shit out. Fuck around and find out, as they say. There we go. So I have to climb the wall right below it, you say? Oh, there we go. Oh, this place is pretty. Oh. Oh, woo! Yay! We did it. First flea acquired. Next flea. Let's go. I think the wisps might be helpful in like a boss fight situation. Ba-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Got him. Okay, so I need to go all the way to the right. I fear I must be inside that one section. Okay, there's no real way to get in from the top, I guess. So maybe I have to go back to the slab and get in from there. Yeah, that might be what I have to do. Alrighty. Slab time. Back to the slab. The wisp situation is crazy. Something... Actually, I do hope to play Death Stranding now that I have a newer console. Oh! I remember playing... I had to review Death Stranding a while back. And... I think it's an interesting game. But I don't have very much patience for games that are too cutscene heavy. And unfortunately, that's like all of Kojima's games. Is like half an hour of cutscenes and then 10 minutes of gameplay. So, just fair warning, if you haven't already got Death Stranding, it is a very cutscene-y kind of experience. So it's just if you don't know that beforehand, I think you might get a unfortunate surprise. But I did primarily need a new DVD player after my old PS3 from 2009 finally bricked for good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. I still have my PS3 in the garage somewhere. And man, I miss it sometimes. Gotta say. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it now. There's a lot of stuff about like old consoles I miss. I do not miss how much noise the PS3 used to make. I feel like the PS3 always made... It sounded like a plane starting up. What is Death Stranding? Wait, that's Norman Reedus and his fantastical fetus. Yep. Death Stranding is a... How do I explain the gameplay loop of it? It's actually, like I said, it's really interesting. Because it's basically almost like Tetris. Like you kind of have to stack parcels on yourself. And then when you exceed a certain limit, it becomes very easy for them to topple over as you're walking. And if you drop parcels too many times, they become damaged. Which is, you're a delivery man, so you don't want parcels to be damaged. I think you get like some sort of punishment if they're too damaged. Like you just can't deliver them. And it's a really interesting experience. Like if the game was basically just that, I think it would be very fun and zen. But obviously it's Kojima, so everything gets real weird real quick. And not always in a way that makes sense or is interesting. Like, a lot of the time, Kojima's mind is really fascinating to me, and I want to see more from it. And a lot of the time, Kojima does something, and I'm just like, hey, bro, why did you do any of this? Please get an editor. Unfortunately, my cousin has one lying around she wasn't using. Hey! I stole that joke from my ex. Also, this game sounds great. I want to be a postman. The postman bits of the game are pretty fun. I will say that. They were more interesting than I thought they were going to be. It's sort of everything else that kind of turned me off. I've never been the biggest fan of Kojima's writing. Like, I don't think it's terrible, and I prefer he's around than him not being around. I've said this on this podcast to Emilio very many times, but I think the gaming industry would be worse off if it didn't have Hideo Kojima. I think he's a very necessary part of making sure this industry remembers that you can be weird and you can do weird things and it's good. Like, a lot of people will respond to weirdness in a good way. So I think he needs to be around, but I don't always enjoy it. Okay, so how do I get to the area I was supposed to be at? I don't have the map for the slab. I don't know where the map for the slab is. But I am sort of having a tough time figuring out. There's not like a destructible wall here, is there? I'm presuming there's a destructible wall somewhere, because that's That's basically a core mechanic of this game at this point. Break walls, get into places. Oh man, speaking of, I remember there was a huge thing for a while of Bloodborne not having illusionary walls. And it confused the hell out of everybody, let me tell you. Everyone thought they had just not found the illusionary walls in Bloodborne yet. And it led to months and months of people searching the whole game world for them, hitting every surface with every weapon, and it just never worked because they weren't there to begin with. Because you didn't get put in jail, you have to break into the slab the hard way. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Jeff Porter Bridges. Yep. That's also the game where Dead Man is. Like, his name is like Dead Man or something. It's so silly. He is what he does, and what he does is deliver packages and reconnect America. It was a shockingly relevant game, considering it came out during the pandemic. There's a game called Mail Time where you're a little, like, gnome person delivering letters and things to woodland animals. I think someone showed me that game before. It looks adorable. Oh, this is where I started. I don't remember the super wall TBH. The one thing I remember is in some way you have to first go down and find a way up. Okay. First go down and find a way up, you say. It has to be below here somewhere. Is it somehow below the entrance to Mount Faye? You see, the big problem I have with Mount Faye is that all of its walls are cracked. So it's really tough to tell if any of them are meant to be destructible. Not the Bellway Station, though. Okay, so where I was, but I still have to find a way... Huh. Not Mount Faye either. John, I'm a zombie. It does me tremendous sadness. Anyway, you can now select zip lines from the build menu. You see, that's the thing, is that I feel like a lot of Hideo Kojima's games are more fun to hear out of context than they are to, like, experience the context of them. Necessarily. Because a lot of the time the context is, like, really hard to follow in the... in the game itself. Because I remember going through the motions of... Oh, right. I needed the heretic key for something. What's here? Oh. I remember you fellas, but I think I fought you somewhere else. Oh, there's a whole bunch of red spikes here. And not through Mount Faye either? Okay. Am I meant to be here? This feels like I'm getting towards, like, more Sands of Carrick territory. There's a zombie near Norman Reedus and he doesn't shoot it with a crossbow. Well, the zombie near Norman Reedus, I don't think he walks. Doodles. So I think Norman Reedus is confused. He doesn't know what to do. It's not walking anywhere, and he's just sort of like, this is not how I know them. Plus, he keeps giving me stuff, like jobs and whatnot. I can't help but feel this is not where I'm meant to go. And yet, here I am, going there. Oh, well, no. Turns out not that way. This way, perhaps? I've definitely been here before. This place is reminding me of things. Damn, that was a good one. Thank you. I've never seen The Walking Dead. I probably won't. But I know enough to make jokes about it. Like its title. I know its title. Try not to be too impressed. Okay. Okay, no, this is where I just was. Yeah, this doesn't seem correct. Going through here doesn't seem correct either. And yet, it beckons me so. No. No, it's just here. Ain't right. It ain't right. I really enjoyed The Walking Dead. A lot of people have sworn to me by it. They've said that it's like really, really good. But I don't know, man. It just sort of never came across my radar. It's one of those shows that I just never really got around to watching, especially not when it was coming out. We all have a right to be basic sometimes. Look, I didn't say at all that it was a basic thing. Shit, Ole. Going for Doodle's throat, damn. But no. Okay, maybe I need the heretic key? Where do I get the heretic key? But this seems like the wrong direction. Do I need to, like, knock one of these down and it opens up a hole in the ground? Super basic of me. Oh, I didn't see that message. Apologies, Ole. You went for no one's throat. Doodle said that. It was good, really good for quite a lot of seasons, but it sort of fell out when Glenn Rhee was murdered. Okay, well, now I never have to watch The Walking Dead, luckily. Because Doodles has spoiled what I presume to be a major plot point in it, so thank God for that. I am free from the burden of catching up on another show. Okay, I can clearly hear something from down here. But I don't know what it is. There's a trap. Yep. See, that looks like a totally breakable wall, doesn't it? But it just doesn't break. It's just not breakable. It's invincible. Title card. Oh. That's fair. You can't get the other key until you're inside. Oh. Okay, well. This is posing us somewhat of an issue, gang. I mean, I guess we have really nothing better to do than just do this, because we need the caravan to move before we go and attempt to get to Act 3, right? I am confuzzled. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh, he spat at me. Gross, dog. You're not a Patreon subscriber. You can't just do that for free. Okay, so... And there's no way through like this. Normally I can get into places from below or above. Like there's a way to drop into them. But that doesn't seem to be an option here. And there's nothing on your body, chap, is there? I loved Stephen Ewan. I have good news, he's still around. I think that room where you couldn't quite make it up in the hole in the ceiling is the key. Okay. I'll go back there. I'll try and remember which room that was, and then go back there. Okay. Cur. Okay, not here. Here, perchance, perhaps. Oh, there. Is there maybe a thing I can do, like... If I break this light, will it do something? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, there we go. There we go. You don't need to rescue all the fleas to move the caravan? No, we do, though. You need to rescue all the fleas. You need to do that. Exactly. We have no choice. It's unfortunately the most important mission I've ever gotten in this game. A glowy thing. Memory locket. Ooh, I did need one of those. Thank you, video game. Hey, too fast. Can't be caught. Okay. Is this where my cell would have been? Indolent. I don't think I've ever seen the word indolent before. What does it mean? The other ones were like... Hang on. It's like, this one is the apostate, and the other one is heretic. So, indolent must also mean like a religious word. Heretic. So there's another keyhole for the heretic key. I can't believe something with wings just fell off a ledge. That's so silly. Hell yeah, okay. Well, I scribbled on something and then pretended... Oh! A husk with a map of the slab etched upon its shell. Did I take... Oh, God. Okay, I took his husk map. Good God. That's... Yeesh. Ugh. Okay, and this? Indolent, so can't get through here yet. Guess you just have to keep exploring. I can't believe I missed out on this entire section of this game. Just because I was too good. I was too good and too skilled. They couldn't catch me. Indolent again, damn. The indolent key is really getting some work put in, ain't it? Okay. That usually means trap. Oh ho ho ho, Team Shari. Fucking thought you could get me with that one, didn't ya? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them up there. They're presumably freezing to death? Oh. Oh, I don't like the look of you, bucko. Well. Oh, this is a little flying guy. What died? You needn't worry, air molecules. I took care of the little flying man. It's a big chunk of shard right there. And what does this say? Indolent again. It's indolent on both sides. I thought they were going to do a thing where it's like, oh, if you get into this area, you don't need the indolent key. So if you have one of the other keys, you can unlock it. Oh, got it. Sick. Yes. Now we've opened the area. Oh, and I'm just one area below where the flea is apparently. Oh, I can't get up anyway, so yeah, so we can just sort of go down now. Whoops. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. So many things in this game have decided that their signature attack is gonna be gross. My poor baby. Oh, woo! Yay! Okay. Let's get out of here. Don't need to be here anymore. Open this up. Nope, there's no key. I need the heretic key I don't have. Do. I do have this key though. Indolent is another word for lazy? Really? Because my brain sees it and replaces it with insolent. Which is like disobedient. Thank you. All the pictures I have of my grandma are so low quality. I'm sorry, Doodles. Early digital cameras were not, in fact, better than modern day cell cameras. Only time you were good at anything and you missed like 1/14 of the game. Jesus. Fuck me. Yeah, go for my gut, why don't you, Doodles? It's all exposed by being awful and lazy. Alright, is that the end? No, of course not. Gotcha! Gotcha! I promised myself I wouldn't chirp at you as much. Well, try again next stream. You could just keep trying to do that in this stream. That doesn't have to be something that you leave till the next stream. Oh, wasn't this interesting? Makes me feel like something's gonna fall. Okay. This bit's not on my map, which usually means there's stuff here. Like perhaps the key of a heretic? Like perchance the key of a heretic? Nope. Just a necklace. Kind of a bad quality necklace. Oh, but an entrance to something. Well now. I'm here. Cool. This is, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Apostate, I have that one. Oh. There's a she-wolf in the closet. Let her out so she can breathe. Oh! Oh. Whoops. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, and I'm out of healies. I have no healies for my feelies. Well, I was doing so well. At least that's on the map now. And I got my healies back. My feelies have returned. Wisps, I need y'all to stop picking fights with people, please. Please, my violent babies. Stop. Yes. I have reclaimed my healies. Now return to me, mine feelies. Whoops. Okay. Okay, just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Did I, like, accidentally deactivate it? What's going on? Oh, is it timed? Man, fuck that. I'm not doing another timed gymnastics challenge. Here's what I'm gonna do. Gonna go around. Gonna do that, and I'm gonna go here. Well, that kind of worked. Sorta kinda worked. Not how I hoped, but hey. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it. Okay. Okay. Doing that again. Letting the first one pass, doing it again. And that's why I let multiple run. Because I frequently fuck up. There we go. Oh, I did all of this for a mask? Lame. I wanted a key. This looked like a key-relevant puzzle. It looked like a key puzzle. Haha. Okay, I have a problem. I am designing my Omar's funeral program, and a bunch of the cousins wrote letters to her. I am trying to spread them along 4 pages. I have fucked up in that now the only letter left is mine, and it's about to be solo on a page, which just looks bad. Oh yes, me, the designer. I deserve my own page. Can you maybe change the, like, font size or something? Is it possible to change the line spacing so that the letters fit more on, like, you can get another one to fit on that page? Or is that gonna fuck up everything? Okay, I need to get this heretic's key, which I presume if I keep going down, there looks like there's a place to get it. Gotta go down here. Hey, what's up, bud? Let's go here. Wait, no, what's there? Nope, that requires heretic. But it looks like there's a little room in here. Oh, that's the place I came from. Okay. Ugh. And I need the heretic's key to get into that area, because that's where the last flea is. I want to hassle the boy cousins because neither of them wrote. Oh, that's lame of them. Yeah, hassle them. Hassle those sons of bitches. Feelings aren't just for girls. Tell your grandma you loved her. Exactly. I have what I would classify as far too many feelings. I can just about guarantee they aren't just for girls. Is there a way? Where there's a whip, there's a way. Man, I need to watch the I think I've said this before, but I really want to watch the animated Lord of the Rings. Oh, hey. Stephen Colbert is writing a new Lord of the Rings. He's in charge of writing, and if you don't know, Stephen Colbert is like a comedian who had like a talk show, I think, or one of those like funny news programs. And he is very knowledgeable on Lord of the Rings. So if you're worried about quality at all, don't worry. He knows what he's doing. And the show is going to focus on Sam's daughter, which is very fun. And it's going to be set like something like 14 or 15 years after the end of the movies. So after Frodo goes to the I think it's the Forgotten Lands, I want to say. So yeah, about 15 or 14 years after Frodo goes to the Forgotten Lands is when the show is set. It looks like it's going to deal with a lot of things from the book that the movies never did. Like Tom Bombadil is apparently going to be a big thing in that movie. And there's this like fog and stuff that they're going to talk about. And it's about Sam's daughter, which is really cool. I wonder if Sean Astin will be in it. I hope so. I hope we get to see some time with Daddy Sam. Quite literally now. Although, in that relationship, I was gonna say, like, there's no way Sam was daddy. He was certainly kitten. But no! Frodo is a wispy young rich boy. There's all the chance in the world that he was probably kitten in his and Sam's gay love affair. This is the heretic one. Okay, where the fuck was I? I'm gonna cry so hard when my grandmas die. It's not a fun experience, Ole. It is rough. Babe, we know you're bi. Your feelings aren't just for girls. Doodles, I'm literally fucking agreeing with you, man. What is this eternal hate boner you have for me, dog? That's a joke. I know that you don't have one of those. Yeah, break the floor so I can come up there and beat your ass. Okay. The final key is in the hoard room at the end of the route. You have to go all the way up to the top. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Everyone in the Fellowship except Sam was rich aristocratic. Frodo and Sam are essentially Maurice and Scudder from Maurice. Yeah. Obviously. Who didn't... Who didn't pick that one up? Maybe... You know what, Doodles? Doodles. Maybe you just in case people didn't understand the reference. Maybe you should explain. Just in case. You know, I know it's probably not likely. But just in case. On the off chance. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have to get to the top of this bit. I stopped midway through. Which is just like me. Can never finish. Haha! Silk. Ho ho. I see your game, Hollow Knight Silksong. You put buttons on the walls. Here we are. This probably would have been a lot more intimidating before I thought to put fur in my cloak. Are those nails? No, those are screws. It's so the prisoners know that they've been screwed by life. Yet another prison boy. Got him. I hate it when I see like cool level stuff that is no longer relevant to me. Oh. Someone's not having a good time. Man. To one day achieve the sort of heft where I can use the enormous plumpness of my bottom for attacks. For battle. Huh. Where the frickin' frack am I? Well, I can't go down there, so there has to be another way up here and all these rooms I keep avoiding. Mostly because I don't want to deal with these funny fellows. Oh, what with the spit again? Guys. Please. Another frayed rosary string. Man, people were just dropping their wallets everywhere. I suppose you don't need money when you die. Unless we're going by underworld rules, then you absolutely do need money when you die. Don't forget your money. Okay. Guys, there's a bench down here. Do you think it's real? Oh, it is. Yeah. Hang on. We're getting some hot Lord of the Rings lore. Frodo Baggins, family rich. I wouldn't know necessarily. Does rich equal aristocratic? Because the Baggins are rich, but they're rich because of. Well, no, because Bilbo lived in Bag End, and Bag End is like really high class, isn't it? It's like actually carved into the hill, which is not normal from what I know about hobbit houses. Merry and Pippin, the two most politically powerful hobbit clans. Yeah, because Peregrine Took and Merry Bramblewine, I want to say. Legolas is literally a prince. He's the prince of the Mirkwood, right? Maurice is about a rich... Okay, I'll read that afterwards. Gimli, son of close companion of the king. Wealthy noble, yes. Boromir, son of Gondor's steward. A prince in all but name. Faramir, Boromir's friend. Aragorn, secret heir to the ancient royal house. Gandalf, angel. I mean, angel is about the most rich and aristocratic as you can get. Maurice is about a rich young aristocrat, thematic, who is in love with his best friend in college, and for years they have a very passionate but sexless love affair. Okay. One of their best friends gets arrested and tried and found guilty of homosexuality, and Bestie freaks and marries a woman. Maurice does not take it super well, and after a lot of arduous nonsense ends up fucking his best friend, former lover's gardener. And more nonsense happens, but they do end up together. The best friend and Maurice, or the gardener and Maurice? What started this? Frodo and Sam are essentially Maurice and Scudder. Okay, because Scudder is, I presume, the gardener? I mean, kind of. Sort of, in a way. I can sort of see how you would get there. I don't necessarily agree. But, like, I see your point. Let's go, boys. Come at me. I'm glad the others are just, like, waiting in the background. Like, they're like, we'll do this 2 at a time. Like our favorite Bruce Lee movies. Got him. The little flies are kind of cute. They're kind of adorable. I'm not gonna lie to you. Got him. Why do these guys have the heretic key? Is that environmental storytelling? Are they secretly heretics? They're in the heretic room. You can't be in the heretic room if you aren't a heretic. Come on, guys. Fellas. Friends. You can't do that. You can't just... It's the heretic room. And there's not a heretic? Yeah, okay. Alrighty then. Okay. The foreword to Lord of the Rings establishes that hobbit houses like Bag End were only available to the richest hobbits. Which is probably why that one, Sylvia something Baggins, she has like a bracketed, not a bracketed, a hyphenated name. She wanted all of Bilbo's silverware because Bilbo is like a main branch Baggins and she's like a cadet branch Baggins and she wants all of the money. Because they have lots of money. There's a lot of gears turning for a relatively simple thing to happen. Let me in! Let me in! Nope. Okay, wait, no. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. We've happened upon the wrong way, chaps. I went too far down. Didn't mean to do that, actually, old boy. It was an error on my part. A clerical error, though I am not a man of the cloth. No, this is the way back to the cell. Yes, you know, like that man, the strange green man from the Dragon Ball Z. Yes. How do you guys like my new character, aristocratic weeb? Okay. I thought there was gonna be something in here, and yet... Don't know why I thought that. How do I get to that last flea, man? Well, I guess I have to go back to the Bellway station. Because it's there. Yes, quite, old bean. The Bellway station. A sophisticated mode of travel. Those despicable Sackville Baggins. They'll never get my spoons. Not for as long as I live. I don't want to see any more well wishes. What is it? Well wishes something or distant relations. And then Gandalf's like, what about very old friends? Because I'm fucking ancient. I'm as old as dirt. I've met younger dirt than... That's not a lie. I've met younger dirt than me. It's I, Gandalf. Gandalf Greyhelm. My lord. Okay. Reads. How do I get to this fucking... flea? There's a flea. But I don't want to run. And then we have to go to the Chromeways. How am I doing cash-wise? Actually, not too bad. 271, and I've got 120. That'll get me to 390. Plus 30, that would be 3 instances of 30, so that's another 90. So that's 480. Plus 60, so that's 500 and something. That's not quite enough to get that simple key that we were after. Sackville Baggins, there we go. Maurice and the gardener Scudder. I see. And Mary is a brandy buck. There we go. Those are the ones. They have the keys because they're the jailers? Nah, they're a heretic. Oh, I've already gone over this, bud. You can't be a heretic. You can't be in the heretic room unless you're a heretic. What are you getting here, buddy? What's not clicking about this one? Where am I losing you? They don't call it the jailer room. It's the heretic room. Oh, Ole. One day you'll know as much about Silksong as I do. Okay, well, it's right above here. Well, we solved that one real quick, didn't we? Ow! Yay! Everything's coming up Millhouse. Okay, we have to go to the Sands of Carrick to get that one. And then all that's left is the Wormways. Hoo-hoo, baby! Hoo-hoo, baby! Let's go. We actually kind of did this in the perfect order because now we don't have to, like, come back here. I said if you unfocus your eyes a lot. Yeah, but if you unfocus your eyes a lot, they're fucking, Waldorf and the other guy. The two old people from the Muppets movie, except nice. Okay, let's do this. If you unfocus your eyes a lot, Sam and Frodo are just like Charles Xavier and Magneto. Gotcha, bitch. Sackful Baggins, yeah. The flea is right above the bench in the bellway section. Don't worry. I was on it. Now, how dost thou... How doeth... Gotcha, bitch. I was like... Okay. I think I need to be somewhere around here. Is there a way up? Probably, right? Neither of these old men is a gardener. Again, neither Charles Xavier or Magneto is a gardener. Charles Xavier plants the seeds of inspiration in the young minds of tomorrow. And you don't know what Magneto does in his spare time when he's not fucking Charles. Oh gosh, okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, boy. How do I... There must surely be a way. There simply must be a way. I cannot abide in there not being a way. Maybe it's a... it's probably not from above, though, because... Yeah, you see the above of this place is mostly like flesh-eating sand monsters. So, probably not that. The way up is through the central horizontal chamber. Okay, so this one. Well, we're up. But I fear... I don't know if this is actually going to help us get to the flea. When he's not fucking Charles, he's either siring some incredibly powerful mutants or trying to demolish the government. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. Those three things are not mutually exclusive. Charles, I've been trying for years. Why can't you get pregnant? Imagine the mutant we'd make, Charles. He'd lead us to, or she'd lead us to a bold new future of mutant revolution. Okay, well I can't bounce on them. I can't bounce on it crazy style. Actually, there is a secret boss in the sands. Actually, two, but one you can actually reach currently. Okay. Are you gonna tell me how? I kind of have to go through the other way anyway, because I'm not getting very far this way. So... Because we killed the guy that was here. But... I'm just sort of having fun jumping around. Yeah, we killed the second one of these guys. Central horizontal chamber, secret entrance at the top right. It's always the top corner of something, these fucking people. With these fucking Team Cherry guys. They can never just leave the corner of a room alone. There's not supposed to be anything in the corner of the room except 2 walls. Kiss. That's all that's supposed to be there. Gang. Stop it. Okay. Ooh. This play, well. Okay. Hang on. Well, hang on. Nope, hang on. I can do it. I can. Cannot. Can. Not. Can. Not. Can. Not. Not. Oh boy. Gang? This one's kind of stupid. Like, I know I like to make little jokes and stuff where I'm just sort of fake outraged at something in this game. Like the one I just made about there being secret rooms and things. I wish there weren't so many secret rooms. Like, yeah, I don't need to see everything in a game, I guess, but I know you shouldn't be hiding 85% of it. But this one is just sort of like obnoxious. Because you have to get it at exactly the right angle. It's just... This has always sort of been my issue with, like, a lot of, and then they fucking do that shit, man. Like, I don't know, Team Cherry, at a certain point, I'm gonna assume I shouldn't be going into this room and then just leave. I know that you make a lot of your money off of the disposable income of crazy people, but it's just kind of silly. You know, like, that shouldn't have taken that long. Volt Nest. I presume this is where I get the lightning ability. Oh, cool. They found a way to make, spikes. They found a way to make spikes even more annoying. Sick. Really happy for you, Team Cherry. I know that that's been on your bucket list for a while. How long has the stream been going? About an hour and 16 minutes. In 15 minutes, I will take my burnout drawing break, because I'm starting to need it. This is some ridiculous shit. Oh, fuck. I really don't want to do this with 1 health. Yep. The entrance is kind of meant for a movement option you don't have yet. How many fucking movement options do there need to be in this game? There's only like 4 directions. Technically 8 if you count the diagonals. Okay. I think. No, let's tough it out. I don't want to. I'll give it one more shot, and if we don't manage it on this next shot, I'm gonna go ahead and start the break, because I'm starting to get annoyed at this game again. But I don't want every stream to just be us trying to get these fleas, you know? I mean, probably next stream, we're gonna have to go to the wormways to get the flea, because I don't know that we're gonna make it there before this one. But also, I've been like so many places. It's crazy that I haven't unlocked literally everything in this game at this point. The Whisper Lantern's actually pretty alright for this boss fight in particular, but you definitely don't need the Magma Bell. Well, I don't have it on, so grand. Alrighty. Yes. Yes. Oh boy, are we gonna go through that thing where you do the platforming challenge like perfectly the first time, and then the next 3 times you just don't? Oh, that's annoying. Ole, am I gonna have to get this fucking new movement thing? Like, is that something I have to do? Am I gonna need it more than just here? Or is it like optional? The problem is your camera position is in the way of your health and loadout. Oh. Should I move the face cam? Put it on like there. We're in the Magic the Gathering position. There we go. That's a bit easier. Okay. But yeah, am I gonna have to get this fucking movement ability or something? Discover the 8 other secret hidden areas of this game that I haven't gotten to yet. I wonder it took them 7 fucking years to make this thing. It's gonna take me 7 years to play through all of it. Do. You know, honestly, at points like this in Silksong is when I'm really glad that I'm doing these streams, because I know that I'm gonna be glad that I eventually beat this game. Like, when I eventually get there, I know I'm gonna be happy that I did that. You will get it on the story path. Oh, so I'm not supposed to be here until I'm further in the story, when this area becomes less relevant. Okay. But yeah, I know eventually when I beat this game, I'm gonna be happy that I beat it. But I definitely would have given up if I wasn't streaming this every week and you guys didn't say that you wanted to watch this. Like, at so many points in this, I was just like, yeah, this about here is where I would have called it quits in my day-to-day. About here with the lightning tentacles. It's about when I think. Okay. I feel like I should maybe explore this area a bit more. Why doesn't this area get its own map? It's just at the top of the Sands of Karex map. Oh, that was just that's just for collecting, I guess. Cool. What a worthwhile usage of my time. Alright, well, I'm here now. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Collapsible floor. There's no map of this area, so who knows where this is taking me? Did it take me back to the fucking top? I guess that's how I'm meant to come back. Alright, well. Better to know than not know, I suppose. Yes, yes, I also scream when I see you. Oh, he does dots sometimes. Mm-hmm. Six minutes left. Let's try. Actually, you know what? No. I thought about it. I haven't, like, eaten supper yet today. So instead, I'm gonna call, you know what? Let's get to a area where there aren't quite so many earthquakes, so you guys don't hear my controller. No, wait, I'm just gonna unplug my controller. So yeah. Enjoy the dulcet sounds of the sandy background. I'm going to unplug my controller and then come back after about 10 minutes. And we'll do some drawing, gang. We'll do some art. Get yourself some munchies. I'll do it after the stream. I don't like... I rarely don't like eating quickly, if I can avoid it. I like taking my time with food. I want to enjoy the meal. I don't want to feel like I'm rushing through it. You know what I mean? But that's just a me thing. Anyway, I have a pretty solid idea of what I want to draw tonight. So we'll get on that. I'll see you all in about 10 minutes. Ciao. I'll be back in a second, gang. I'm just making some tea. Should we do... I guess I can put my headphones back on. Or do you guys want me to wear the hat? Because I don't really need headphones for this part. That's exactly what I did too. Oh, Ole, did you get yourself some tea? Nice. Nice, bro. Wear the hat, white boy. Conrad Byte Marx is back. Listen to my dulcet tones as I talk about the mysteries of this great blue marble we call life. Folks don't seem to realize that while I'm getting this here drawing pad, oop, that's the wrong side. There it is. That we're all just, you know, threads in the same carpet. And some people think that they're the feet that walk on the carpet. But they're just threads too. They've found a way, through money and power, to make it seem like they're the feet by casting a very long foot-shaped shadow. And a lot of people can't seem to understand that that's just a shadow. That power doesn't actually exist. It's simply the power that we're giving them through belief. And we don't need to do that. We can tear down those illusionary structures that they're trying to have us believe in and give ourselves the power back. It's possible. I actually might need to put the headphones back on because I have to see the layers. But hey. Not right now. Gonna make another one. Lesson 1. Your boss needs you don't need them. Exactly. Exactly, Ole. Exactly. Now I have an idea. I cannot do this accent with this hat on. But yeah, I have an idea. For what I want to draw tonight. And I kind of have an idea of how I want to do it. So I'm gonna start sketching with pen instead of my normal pencil, because I'm thinking, my thought was that we could do the coloring with pencil, and I can fill in the I want to sort of make it like borderless, so I kind of want to do the initial sketch with pen, because I really want to sort of show sort of the shape of what I'm going for. But I thought that pencil might be a better option for this. Yeah. And we're gonna have the little grabby arms. I guess one of them would go from the back like that, wouldn't it? And another one would come out like that. So then we gotta kind of have the cloak. It's weird drawing a character whose basically their entire body is covered with a cloak. It gets a little bit tough to realize, you know? No, I need my boss. She talks to the people. Who else would nitpick everything down to the split second the border didn't disappear in the transition in the video? Doodles is going through something. Alrighty. And then we erase that. Have the bodies sort of. That's a little bit too wide a stance on the legs. You can do that with the body. Sort of like that. Kinda. That makes sense to everybody? That'll look right? I guess the cloak would have to be sort of more like that. Wouldn't it? Yeah. Kind of a like that, and then get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this bit. Make sure the lines are appropriate. And we gotta move this. I often draw kind of too close to the bottom of the page. And then we want to have the other person actually hang on. Let me show y'all what I'm working on here. Let me get that game capture back. Where are you at? Where are you at, Bugman? Nope. I guess it's just higher up. I've definitely... There it is. That's what I wanted. So their shape is sort of like a long triangle. And they have a lot more of a buggy body. So they're quite a bit taller than Hornet is. So like that. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. How's that face look? It's sort of a pointed oval with 2 white eyes inside. And then they got 4 arms. 2 that come out of here. And they're quite a bit thinner than hornets. Well, no, I kind of messed that one up. That's meant to go on the outside. And then we bring it back in like that. Yeah. Because we're going to have the other one come out of like here. And do that. Yeah. And then there's 2 closer ones. And the body kind of does this. So that goes, it's just sort of round. With like straps across it. Hang on. Yeah. What's the leg situation? Oh, it's kind of a... They got kind of always crooked knees. And then another set of arms that are going to be beneath these ones, but doing sort of a similar situation. There we go. Gonna just erase the lines. Then we're gonna have Hornet holding one of their staffs. With does this sorta. Oh, that goes in a bit closer. Yeah, something like that. I might have made it a bit too thick at this part. And a little bit too juddery over there. Oh, you're making your bug Sona? No. Nah, I'm showing I'm doing sort of like a scene. I kind of wanted to do a fun thing where Hornet discovers these folks, and then they give them a turn on their lantern. Not their Latin. Maybe they're Latin. Who knows? There we go. That's more like it. And then like that. Shading on this one's going to be fun because it's like this is its own little light source. And the lantern has... Oh, no, it's sort of hanging, ain't it? So, hang on. It's sort of got like a little rope thing that holds it. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't have to be too big. This one can be kind of small. There we go. And then it's got these sort of lines down it. Kind of like that. And then across. Kind of like this. We're sort of drawing a basketball right now, but that's not quite what it's supposed to be. I'll show you all what it's supposed to be now. We're gonna go in here. Erase. No, hang on. We're gonna erase this. There we go. And then erase that. Erase that. Erase that. Erase that. And erase that. You can really do that for sort of this whole bit up here. We're going to do that for this bit as well. Yeah, like that. I believe this will give us that lantern effect that we want so much. Now we just gotta do this, that, and this bit. And this bit. And there we go. A little bug lantern. And we'll do little fireflies and stuff. I've cried twice today. I'm sorry to hear that, Doodles. You shouldn't have to do that. And the little fireflies are really interesting because they're like... Oop, that's an eraser. They kind of do this. And sort of have like a little flame body. And then that. And this. And then that. And then this is all sort of fire. So we actually need to shorten these. Oop, let's get a bigger eraser for that. Yeah, it's longer than the bottom ones, but not that long. And then this one needs to be thinner too. Oh, that's a bit too long, a bit too broad at the end. There we go. Yep, there we is. It's like I did little stick figures. And then we do... No, I think we have to go closer for this next bit. Let me do sort of thin line around it. There we go. There we go. Add some more flamey bits. And then this outer bit is like red, while the inner bit is white. It's a really cool effect that I love seeing. Puts me very in mind of like magic, which as we all know is sort of my favorite thing. There we go. Something like that. I actually maybe need to make this middle bit shorter. I maybe made it too long and it needs to have a bit more shape to it. But that's a good little reference point for that. Definitely need to make you smaller. And then I was thinking, Doodles, in your professional opinion, would colored pencils or like crayon be better for this sort of thing? I actually don't like this one a lot. But now I know how to do them, so it's fine. And I should be making them smaller anyway. I like how they're kind of like bugs as well. Like even the wisps are sort of bug-esque. They're bug-like. They stuck on theme with this. Sorry, I got disconnected from chat. Okay, so it isn't like I'm the only cousin with a solo page. Ah, okay, cool. Crayon, I think. We'll try that for sure. But first things first, we should probably sketch out the background too. I've been broken from the spell of that voice. Hooray! Let's... Why did I make that layer 2? I did like everything on layer 2. Okay. And then the background has these sort of bone bamboo things. doesn't really look like brickwork, does it? You and I maybe need to do. Wonder if this will work better. Hang on. Oop. Kind of making a lot of work for myself, but that's fine. We can always do like we're doing with the fleas and resume this next time if it goes on for too long. Because your boy's also not trying to go to bed too late these days. I have to be up kind of early in the coming weekend, so I sort of can't change it around too much. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is, just like we did with the lantern, hopefully adding the mortar will make this look more like brickwork. But I don't know. And I'll add like a lower wall. That might help the illusion a bit more. It looks good. Hang on. I need to catch up on chat. My eldest cousin wrote a really lovely letter, and she got kinda a spread with a picture of her and daughter and my Oma. Aw, so do I just let it go? Maybe, yeah. I mean, if not, you can just sort of combine your letters onto 2 pages or something. And they need time to print it, and it's freaking me out. Remember, bricks alternate. They don't stack directly on top of each other. What do you need to be up early for this weekend? I have a friend. Actually, you guys know the friend. It's Emilio. Emilio is organizing sort of a murder mystery board game kind of thing, and he invited me to it. But Emilio is an early bird. He rises quite early, and I have never been that. I've always been of the night. So I need to get up early to... It's not even that early by like normal person standards. It's really early for me, but that's me, you know? Okay, hang on. What I'm trying to do here would work better if I give some shape to it beforehand. Because, like, this is going to be, like, the inside part of the wall. And then this is the outsidey bit. So, yeah. Like Doodle says, bricks alternate. And stack on top of each other. So... You are of the night? Are you of House Jane? I wondered who was going to get that one. Yes, I am... Darkstar. I currently have, what does he have? Mercilla? Or it's rumored that he knows the location to, Dawn, isn't it? No, that's not the name of the sword. It's, what's the name of House Dane's sword again? It is Dawn, isn't it? D-A-W-N? Because Arthur Dane was the sword of the morning, because he was skilled enough at combat to wield Dawn, And a lot of fans think that Dawn is Lightbringer, the sword that will end the world, which is why it's called Dawn. Okay. Let's see if this works. Don't you mean the sword that will end the long night? No, it's Dawn. I knew it. Yeah, the sword that will end the long night, which Melisandre prophesizes will be named Lightbringer, which was forged by Azor Ahai. First in cold water. It was first plunged into, I believe, cold water, and then into the heart of a lion, and then into the heart of his true love, Nissa Nissa. And only that final sacrifice gave it the ability to end the long night, which killed the others. So it's prophesized that at some point, Jon or Daenerys or something will get Dawn, and people think they'll probably fall in love with each other, and one of them has to die so that Dawn can fully become the sword that will chase away the darkness. And they think it's Dawn specifically because Dawn is this was a really cool thing that genuinely happened in history, is that some swords were made from meteors that hit the earth. The blade was forged from meteors, and that's how Dawn was made, which is why it has this weird, like, swirly sort of almost Valyrian steel kind of blade to it. But it was made from a falling star, which is why House Dane has the falling star as their sigil. Man, brickwork is a lot. I gotta say, I hope this ends up looking good. Because this has been kind of a lot of work so far. I'm gonna have to go over all of this with pencil again. Oh my god. And their seat at Starfall. Yeah, Starfall is the small... It's almost like a small island. It's not really an island. It's not on water or anything. But it's like a small little bit of Dawn that wasn't technically a part of Dawn for a very long time. And that's where the Danes come from. And the Danes have a tradition that if you're skilled enough at combat, you are called the Sword of the Morning, which is what Arthur Dane was. And I really love that. Because Arthur Dane is obviously meant to be sort of like the last true knight. That his death is meant to symbolize like the romantic end of knighthood in Westeros before the beginning of the story. But I kind of love him because like Sword of the Morning could be obviously like morning, like nightfall and everything, and the sun comes up and it's morning. But it could also mean like mourning, like as in out of grief. And that's wonderful, a little wonderful bit of imagery, George. Sometimes, George, you know what you're doing. I appreciate it. Other times, George, you take fucking forever to finish a book. And the longer you take, I worry the worse it's gonna get. Not the book, the process of finishing it. Because there's been decades of anticipation. And I worry that you're worried, George R. R. Martin, who absolutely is watching this stream and will hear this message. But I worry that you're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself to make it the best book ever. And it's not going to be able to live up to that. And it's definitely not going to be able to live up to that if you keep giving time to people to speculate. Because that's the biggest issue. Like, I love Game of Thrones theories. Game of Thrones theories was and is one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube. But the only reason people have been able to theorize about Game of Thrones so much is... or A Song of Ice and Fire, sorry, is one, because the source material gives us so much to work with. Like, making theories is rarely easy when you have a lot of things to make theories about. But two, because it's been so long since the last one came out. People have had a lot of time to theorize. So I worry that part of the unfortunateness in The Winter taking forever to come out is that we are so obsessed with these books that we're making it very difficult for George to finish writing them. Which, on the one hand, is a real shame. Like, he is in an unenviable position of having to deliver a next installment in his series that satisfies a whole bunch of people who have had decades to comb through literally every inch of his books and find more things to like think about and talk about and theorize about, which doesn't often happen to authors. Like, A Song of Ice and Fire is kind of unique in that it's taken a very long time to come out, so people have been able to theorize it in a way that most books don't get theories made about them until after they're finished, you know? So, you know, people have maybe guessed plot points and come up with ideas that that never even occurred to George, that he has now noticed in his own text, and he's just like, damn, holy shit, how do I even do this now? Also, he's been writing these stories for years, man. Like, it must be really tough to keep everything in them straight. Those stories are enormous. I have trouble remembering a lot of the things I wrote in a story that I published that is nowhere near the size of any of the Song of Ice and Fire books. My story is so much smaller, and it just like, I still kind of forget how it's supposed to go in a lot of cases. So I can't even imagine how hard it must be for George R. R. Martin, who writes these gargantuan books, these absolute titans of literature, these absolute titans of words, and he has to remember every detail about every character. Because nerds like me will bring up, but what about Theodore Braxby, the groom from House Bracken, who said this thing, and it implies that his house is actually magic or whatever, because it's the same sort of thing that this one other character said. And George R. R. Martin's probably sitting there like, ah, fuck, I forgot I wrote that other thing. Now I have to come up with a reason for it, damn it. Can you imagine if Tolkien was still alive today and he saw like all of the theories and videos and stuff about his works, and he had to sit there and make a new Lord of the Rings, and he's just like, fuck, I don't remember any of this. Can't wait to go over these lines again. It's gonna be so much fun, 'cause I have to do this borderless. Borderless. This looks like kind of a mess. A mess. Oh my god, I did watch a Calcifer. Yes, this great knight who served a mad tyrant. The theory about how long it's taking that sounds the most believable to me is that when everyone hated the last seasons of Game of Thrones, it shook George's confidence in his own plans with the story. What about Hot Pie's Hot Pies? Yeah, when are we gonna find out that Hot Pie is the Shrouded Lord? And Tyrek Lannister is a horse now. When's that gonna be addressed, George? This looks like kind of a mess, but whatever. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Screw it. It's my mess now. I'm sure once I fill in the whole mortar bit, it'll, like, I make it the appropriate color, it'll look better. But yeah, I see where you're coming from, Ole, because apparently George gave Dan and Dave, like, instructions on how he was gonna kind of end things, and then people rarely hated it, and maybe he was like, oh god, maybe my ideas aren't as good. It could also just simply be like him saying, like, oh, I need to give this a bit of time for people to, like, get over it before I, you know, keep making more stuff in this universe. But we say that, right? But they made Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, and they made House of the Dragon, and the last season of House of the Dragon got kind of, there was some contention about it. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I didn't really see very much wrong with it, but there was some contention about it. But everyone loves Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, including us. You can go check out our video on one of their battles on the Byte Marx channel. Go do that. It's a lot of fun. The video and the battle. And go watch Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's very good. Maybe mine and Emilio's favorite A Song of Ice and Fire series at this, not even like spin-off series. It's a fun time, man. I would heartily recommend it to anybody. And I don't heartily recommend shit to anyone. I don't heartily recommend shit to shit. That's not true. I recommend things all the time. But that's how you know I know what I'm talking about, because I have recommendations. I'm not some sort of lamb, what has no opinion on thing. Just gonna do that. Yes. actually. Hang on. It's more like... Not quite. It's like that. Yeah. Sort of a... that situation. Yeah. 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 No. Okay. So we said crayon, right? The reason Tolkien wrote The Hobbit down is because his son called him out on his changing the door color to back end. His son did that for like so many details. So it exactly proves my point that if Tolkien had to go through the like fucking nerd shit that happens today, I think he would lose his mind. I think he'd be like, I'm not doing this anymore. They can write their own damn books. Okay, so crayon. And we're gonna make it kind of small. We're gonna make it kind of soft, actually. Okay, I did say I want to do lineless. So I'm only doing the limbs in this color because they're supposed to be dark. And Hornet has quite a dark body, so we're gonna make her that color as well. But yeah, I sort of want to do like a... This might be a weird reference. Does anyone remember those... It happened in anime a lot, those sort of freeze frames where everything got very like soft and almost crayon-y. I kind of want to do something like that for this, where it's like a moment where these two just sort of connected, but it's like a snapshot. Okay. And then his body is like a darkish gray color. Oh wait, no. We gotta do the lines. The lines. The lines are important. Boop. So like a lightish, darkish grey. Yeah, there we go. Then from here it goes down. Down to here. Up. Up. To here. Here to there. Okay. There we go. Then we need a sort of a darkish red, but lighter than Hornets for here. And then we go then smaller. No, wait, hang on. The shape of the eyes was like this. There we go. I think I'll do another layer where I add glow to this, because their eyes kind of glow in these games. Yeah. Then cornered. As someone who had only read A Song of Ice and Fire for a couple years ago, I have no context for the anticipation, but I am interested in reading the rest of the story. Everyone loves A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, just like they do with every A Song of Ice and Fire adaptation in its early stages. True, but A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is different from all the other adaptations because it's not really a drama. That I think is kind of the key difference, is that while it has its dramatic moments, certainly, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms isn't really presented as a drama so much as it is a comedy wearing dramatic shoes. You know what I mean? What is going on with this? Why aren't we working all of a sudden? What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna have to... Well, I restarted my art pad. And for some reason, it's just not doing things like it's meant to. Why are you not drawing? Oh, God. Has it finally broken? Has this art pad I've been using... No, I can still click. Oh. So the reason... So the reason it's not drawing, gang, is because your boy selected that. So it's registering every movement outside of that as not supposed to be there. So yeah. I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, we're doing... Well, actually, do we want to do this? Should I maybe make it a bit lighter for Hornet's body? Just to see the shape. Well, no, I do that so that we can see the outline better. I suppose if the whole thing is the same color, it doesn't matter. We're gonna make Godzilla so thick, thickest lizard ever slithered out the water like ooh. Man, I love Carnivali. If you guys haven't seen any Carnivali videos, I would heartily, again, recommend that you go see that. It'll take less time than watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms or reading the novella, which is very good. But it is well worth your time. He does musical comedy videos on YouTube and on Instagram. But he also does regular music, and his music is kind of phenomenal. Like, really good. Like, several of his songs are permanently in my playlists. And then sometimes he sings about why they made Godzilla thick. Thickest lizard ever slithered out the water like ooh. 'Cause these are hard times. No, they're not easy times. And a thick Godzilla's gonna make things right. Okay. Happens to me all the time, what thick Godzillas. I read A Song of Ice and Fire when I was 13. Ooh. I haven't seen it yet, hoping to get a chance to watch it with my brother-in-law. It's... I think you're gonna really enjoy it, Ole. It's a very good, well-done show. It's gorgeous as well. Like, I know that looking good is kind of a staple of A Song of Ice and Fire series these days. But genuinely, they did a really good job with this one. Gonna make Godzilla so thick. Thickest lizard ever slithered out the water like ooh. Why's it gotta be so thick? These are hard times, though they're not easy times. Thick Godzilla's gonna make things right. Damn, he's right. I like that we're trying out different mediums. I mean, would this be a medium? No, I guess that's not the right word for it. Different modes? Different tools, I suppose, is the most correct way to say it. I mean, I feel like medium is the right word, because crayon is a medium and pencil is a medium, right? Like, I'm not crazy. But yeah, I like that we're doing different mediums. I think it's cool. Because I want to try more stuff, you know? Hell yeah, this is looking good, bruh. And then we're gonna get a sort of like a really heavy burnt orange sort of deal. Okay, we might have to take this off. There we go. What happens to you all the time, Doodles? I think I missed that. We're gonna make Godzilla so thick. Thick as lizard and they're slithering out the water like ooh. Don't know why that's been on my... It's like stuck in my head. I don't often get things stuck in my head, to be honest. That's never really been a me sort of deal. And then for here, we're gonna do very burnt orange. And then a little bit of red in each one. Then some yellow, but only in the middle. Where's that burnt orange? There we go. This color. I think. Yeah, there we go. Whoop. Gotta go back down and fill in some of those gaps. Cool. Okay. Selecting shit, forgetting I selected it, and then being convinced my tablet died. Dude, I cannot... That's the artist experience. It really is. Because like you, it happens to me constantly. The amount of times that's happened and I've been like, oh man, am I actually going to have to replace old reliable now? It's baffling. I shouldn't be allowed to do things. Like I'm allowed to vote. They gave me the ability to vote. Why? Okay, hang on, there we are. This is starting to come together in a fun way. I'll add shading to this guy as well, and in a momentum. Gonna do some of that sort of deal. Boop, 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 boop. And then, ooh, I fully just went for a very long time without talking. I'm sorry, gang. Okay, well, I can't do the selecting bit. Does that actually work? No, it doesn't. I'm being crazy. And maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. 'Cause after all, you're my wonder wall. That's a fun song to sing. I'm sad it became a meme. 'Cause it is very fun to sing. After all, you're my wonder wall. Okay. This looks super cool, BTW. Ah, thank you, guys. I'm glad you're liking it. I hope it keeps looking that way. Oh, good news, by the way. OpenAI has confirmed that they're shutting down Sora, which was their garbage AI generated like video app, and they've said that they're shutting it down now, which is awesome. Which means that they also backed out of that deal, that $1 billion deal, to get the license for Disney characters. So we're not going to be seeing AI of Disney characters anytime soon from OpenAI. Which means slowly but surely, it was presumed that the reason they did that was to avoid association to controversy, because Sora is one of the platforms that OpenAI owns that's responsible for like deep fakes and misinformation and stuff. And OpenAI is not actually a publicly traded company yet. They haven't gone public with their stock, and they're presumed to do so pretty soon, I believe. So there, a lot of analysts are like, oh, the reason they're doing this is because they don't want to be like associated with all the bad press that's come from, you know, Sora and everything. So that's why. But it's still good news, I think. It's one of those take wins where we can get them kind of deal. It's not enough, not by a long shot, but I am glad of it. Man, that brightened my day to hear. Hell yeah, Ole, I'm glad. It brightened my day as well. Emilio actually told me about it, and I was like, fuck yeah, dog. Wait, what am I doing? This is supposed to be a background. Just thinking. Although I will say, unfortunate bit of news is that Crusader Kings 3 still isn't working. Man, I've been trying to sign into that game for what feels like ever now. It's so annoying, dude. I just want to play my historical role-playing game. Okay, now why aren't you working? I'm drawing in the selected area. Did I accidentally put this on the wrong thing? What is going on? I have it on crayon, right? Okay, for some reason it wasn't like registering the color or something. Oh, this actually makes like a fun like grass effect. That's pretty cool. Okay, then for this, we're gonna need like a dark purpley gray. A 10 should do. And then... oh, I can just, like, draw inside the lines. Something I'm historically very good at. Don't check my record. No one get in contact with my primary school and ask them if I've ever been good at that. I'm certain that I have. I've always been good at it. And no one can prove me wrong. Because why would anyone go through the trouble of actually contacting my primary school to check up on that? For real though, don't do that. That's creepy. There we go. Do, 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 do. Oh, sleep well, Doodles. I hope. Thank you for joining us on the stream. See you around. Yeah, I might have to. We might have to pick this one up next time because it's already 12, and like I said, I'm not planning to go to bed very late. So let me finish doing this mortar layer, and then we can finish this off in the next stream, and then maybe start the next one after we finish it off. Because oh, that's actually kind of perfect, isn't it? Because we haven't gotten all the fleas yet. So hopefully next stream we can get the rest of the fleas, and then we can finish this drawing as well. I'm gonna have to think of another pun for fleas. I've never been so over-punned in my life. So punished. Ha 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 ha. It's everyone's first pun. That's the response pun. That's the pun you make in response to punses. Puns. Don't know where punses came from. That's not a word. It should be. That's what we should call people who craft puns. Although it is, unfortunately, very close to ponce, which is a bad word. You do not want to be called a ponce. Trust me, it has bad implications. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Oh. Okay. There we go. So I'll just fill in that bit at there. And then we have to do the, like, the background. I'll figure out what color we're supposed to do that. Don't know yet. But I think this is looking pretty good so far. Yeah. I'm not too mad at this. I wouldn't kick this out of bed. Okay. I'm going to save this. Remember, kids, always save your art. That's a fact. Remember, kids, remember where you save your art, because I got confused for a second. Silksong art. This is Lantern Fun. Yeah, we'll name it Lantern Fun, and then I'll export what we have so far. And I'll put it up on the Discord. And then, yeah. That'll be the end of that. So, in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. This is the little guy that we were drawing. Their official name is Burning Bug. I like Lantern Friend more. Howdy. And so long. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go check out the new short that's up. It's a fun one. I worked on it a lot. It's animated. Well, semi-animated. See you on Friday, where we're doing Magic the Gathering again, because my internet crapped out last time, so we couldn't actually play it. And as always, have a good rest of your week. If I don't see you on Friday, have a good rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay watching, stay kind, stay friendly, stay away from burning things in general. And as always, everybody, stay magical. So long.